Hey, what do you say? Everybody out there, everybody doing good? Anybody? Everybody? I'll find this real quick. Bear with me 1 second. How about it, Joker? Good. Amy Leo Goddess, what up? What up? Mup. Just bear with me 1 second, guys. Damn. All right, Sean Flanagan, how are you? I'm doing good myself. See if I can get this screen enlarged just a little bit. Full size. I know what I'll do. I'll do pop out chat. Down here. Make that big. Vaping Miner, what's good, brother? I hope everyone is doing well. Why can't I see that for shit? Oh, damn, it just went away. There we go. Julius, I hope everything's well on your end. Bob Shorkey, Joker, Sean Flanagan, Darylyn Baton, Grady. It's good. Hope everyone is well. Can you hear me? Audio check? No? Can you hear me? My microphone says that you can't hear me, but. Oh, you're good. Thank you, Joker. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Joker wants to know where he can find a BB. Man, they are all over, brother. They're literally like everywhere right now. How's everyone holding up in this coronavirus deal we got going, man? You talk about a fucking mess. It has been nuts. I can't believe how long we've been like isolated. I know me and my home, we ain't done nothing. We haven't done a thing. All we've done is just literally like stay in place. I had to get out and mow the jungle / swamp the other day. Apparently the yard guy doesn't think he's essential. Whoever he's talking to, I'm going to have a talking with. Yard guy, I'm the yard guy. ID Boca, how are you? Vape God, hi from South Dakota. They don't believe in quarantine. It's a scary thing knowing our governor doesn't even care about the people in our state. Yeah, it's a horrible thing. And you know what's even more bothersome is the people that don't care about themselves. You know, to expect the government to care about you or expect for somebody else to care about you, that's one thing. But whenever somebody's too ignorant to care for themselves and worry about them, like to ensure that they don't go out unnecessarily, that's when you got to start getting worried. And that's our biggest problem right now is the fact that we got people that doesn't think they'll be affected. Oh, I'm not in that demographic or to be affected by it or this and that because of my age. Man, who the fuck made you Superman? You know, like if you are Superman, this is your kryptonite. Like everybody should be heeding caution and proceeding with great care. If you don't have to get out, don't get out. You know, those that are essential that are out there doing what their job title says for them to do, let them do it. Yeah, man. Trust me, the weather, we've had some rainy days and we've had some beautiful sunshiny days, and it makes you just want to get out and go walk the park or something, but that's unnecessary. You don't need to do that. I had to go to town the other day for a brief moment, and literally every time we go to the town, when I come back to the house, I'm stripping at the door, disinfecting shoes, wiping down, bathing in antibacterial soap. A lot of people don't even realize that when they go bathe in their bathtub or whatever, their shower, that most of the time their soap's not antimicrobial at all. So I've been making sure I get the Dial hand soap, and I'm showering in that. And then I'll use the moisturizing Dove, whatever the hell the missus has in the shower at the time. Then I'll use that. But when I was out and about, the amount of people I seen, kids at the playground playing, I'm like, hey, dumbasses, like, what are you thinking? This is not a holiday season. This is a moment where you're supposed to be sheltered in place. You're supposed to be in your home unless it is absolutely necessary for you to get out. I don't get it right now. Seth Keith says, what is your favorite bridge? My favorite bridge right now, the date that I've used is the Zeta. That's the Zeta. That's my favorite one. Brian Shepard, how are you? How are you? Jason Witt says, it seems like I'm on day 750 of quarantine. Are you being quarantined right now, Jason Witt? Or are you just voluntarily where you staying at your home by yourself, you know, kind of shelter in place? That's what we're doing in our household, man. We're sheltered in place here. Like, if we have to go out for any reason at all, man, when we come back, it's strip the clothes off at the front door, go take a shower, get cleaned up, sterilize, microban the shit out of everything. Yeah, people treating it like a vacation. It's not a vacation. You know, people going, oh, I'm gonna go to get me some fast food real quick, give me something to eat. You fucking stupid. It's like you're not supposed to be calling in for Pizza Hut and Domino's. Cook in your own damn house. Like, cook something at home. I can't tell people what to do. I can just tell you that in my home, if it's not made in this house, we ain't eating it. Period. Right now, we don't cook it in this house. We are not eating it. There's too many variables at play there. And I'm sorry, but my son's life is far more valuable to me than the convenience of ever going out to eat anywhere or a craving of any sort for myself. Yeah, you got to cook what you have at home, and that's the importance right now, guys. It's not a time for you to be selfish and say, "Well, I want to go out and do this. I'm going to go do. We're going to get out, and it's a beautiful day out." And do not stay in the house, man. Every time somebody goes out and does something unnecessarily, is that much longer we're going to have to stay indoors, you know. And what's going to eventually happen is you're going to have those that are playing Russian roulette, so to speak, with this coronavirus, going out and doing shit unnecessarily because they have the mindset that I'm not in that demographic that gets affected by this, and they're going to succumb to this. And you may be an asymptomatic carrier where you don't show signs of anything. You don't show any signs that you have it or any symptoms that you have it, but you're passing it on to your immediate loved ones when you get back to your home, your children. Example, if you have a 6-7-year-old son or daughter, and you're an asymptomatic, you don't show any symptoms of it, but they test them, that child gets picked up by somebody in a suit that they don't know, like, you know, hazmat type suits, paramedics, transported to the hospital and quarantined at the hospital with people that they don't know. And you know what? You can't go visit that child. You don't get to sit there and hold their hand and ensure that they're going to get better and remind them that, hey, it's okay. Mama loves you. Daddy loves you. You're going to be okay. Even the funeral processions are changing now. Like they're doing online visitation of funerals. That's craziness. Crazy. Think about that. Saying goodbye to a loved one without actually being there, having to do it like you're seeing me right now. You're going to just view it from a monitor somewhere. Yeah, there's emotion that can be felt that way, but not the same, not the comforting, the closure that you get from actually being there in person. Let that rest on your mind real quick next time you want to run out and just grab a soda pop just because. It's scary out there, man. We got to do, and it's not that bad being indoors. I say it's bad because, yeah, we'll go stir crazy sometimes. It's just get that cabin fever of such. Just, you want to get out and you want to just do whatever you want to do. But there's other things you can do, man. We've done online training with my son, online studies. We've played board games. Rule number 1, do not play Monopoly. Whatever the hell you do, don't let anybody fool you and tell you Monopoly is a good game to pass time. That's not a good choice. Yes, it's a long-ass game, but the end results are catastrophic, and the rebuilding process is even worse. Uno, dominoes, work on your math skills, read a book, sit down, shut the TV off, get off the Facebook, get off the social media, read a book, educate yourself. If you're on the internet and you have the internet, you just can't resist getting on the internet, read something educational, get on there and try to watch an online course or something online just to broaden your horizons a little bit. Challenge yourself indoors, set yourself goals and tasks. Be physical. We have sections marked off on the floor, little squares, look like a ladder that Steven does his little feet in and out, and then he hops over in each one, and then he skips through them, and, we play follow the leader around the house. That's what we've been doing all day. People say, man, how the hell are you going to tape on your floor? You got a beautiful floor. I don't give a shit about this floor. I'm much rather do that in the house with this boy than have him outside riding a bike or doing something reckless out and about where he doesn't need to be. And I know they say, well, as long as you're 6 feet, I'm sorry. When it's flu season, you don't have to be around anybody, and you can catch a damn flu outside. What makes you think you're going to be able to do the same with this? I ain't taking any chances. Me and mine, we staying inside. Hey, Joker, best of luck, brother. You got that GED, man. I know you do, man. When you sit down and take that test, I'm proud of you, man. I respect the hell out of that a lot. I remember taking my GED test. So much respect. Canadian barber said he learned how to cut his own hair. Good deal. Grady, this virus is very much real. It's not something to play with. Exactly, Grady. It's nothing that I'm taking lightly in my household. And I pity and envy, not envy, I pity and have sympathy for those that are not smart enough to realize the severity of this. Because sadly, they're probably going to be one that loses someone to it. And it's one of those things where nobody's really taking it serious until it hits home. And when it hits home, then that's when people start looking at it a little bit differently. Hey, Joker, man, don't thank me for that, brother. I want you to know I'm damn proud of you going to get that GED, man. To better yourself and then get that education. Once you get the education part of it, that's something nobody could ever take from you, man. So I encourage you 10,000 times over, man. Please don't thank me for that. I'm proud of you for going to get your GED and attempting to get your GED. That means a lot, man. I respect the hell out of that. ID says, wife and I have been trying out new recipes. Better to cook at home. Good deal, man. Good deal. Mike Bates said it hit his family. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, I heeded warning from China back before I was sending masks over there. If we did a little thing where we raised the money to send masks over there, they were telling me to don't take this lightly. Understand the importance and severity of this. And we had a conversation. I think Tony B posted it up on his personal Facebook or on his Facebook account the other day about the way China handled this versus the way we handled this. And we got into not even a argument, not me and Tony, but me and member of the community. We're having a discussion back and forth about why we differ as Americans versus China. And, I made the statement that Americans have more freedom than they do sense, more freedom than our own good for them is good for us. We have a little too much freedom at times. Trust me, I'm all about being able to walk outside and be land of the free, home of the brave. Yeah, I'm all about that. Don't make no mistake about it. But I also understand too, I do, that with something like this is going on, to put my foot down and ensure that my household is okay. But no, you got people out there that the minute you tell them they can't go outside, that's all they're doing is being outside. Some bitch been on the couch. He's still living in his mama's fucking basement, but wants to step outside now because you tell him that he can't go outside and he wants to be outside all the damn time. Doesn't make any sense to me. Melanie Gardner, best of luck, man. Best of luck. Yes, my son, 9 years old, he's been doing Zoom room meetings with his teachers. Which I really, really respect the hell out of our school doing that, going over lessons, reading, and socializing as well with friends, and not just through the headset on their Xboxes and PlayStations and Nintendo Switches and iPhones or whatever. They're having like little class sessions and then allowing the students to socialize via that Zoom room as well, and talking about things other than just this coronavirus, and talking about, good times they had in the classroom and such. It's called being a responsible citizen. And that's something that I think more people need to be doing. Our schools enforcing that and mandating the kids have 4 hours of study a day or X amount of time per subject. I think I'm super glad our school has done that, because it's important that these kids continue to feed their education, their mind, to distract them from being indoors all day. Think about it. They're in school all day. They have a little recess. They go outside. But typically they sit at a desk and they do their studies. Same thing at home. Just now we don't get to go outside as much or at all. Absolutely. They need to see the teachers and the teachers need to see them. Because think about this now. You've taken a child who's done something every day, all day, since the start of school year, to not being there at all. Just cold turkey. They went on spring break and never went back. Like, it's cool for that first week. Maybe the second week it was kind of cool. But after that, it started getting a little hazy for them, and the social separation, the distancing of not being with their friends and cutting up and having that interaction, that could be catastrophic to a child's mind. And us as human beings too, man. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like I don't get out much, but because I've been unemployed or on a year-long vacation. But it's very important to me to be able to communicate, and if I wanted to go out and do what I wanted to do. But at these times, we can't do that. I hope everybody out there is doing well, has a positive mindset right now, and understand that in due time, this too will pass. I promise you, this is going to pass in no time at all. A year from now, we're going to look back and we're going to talk about this. 10, 15 years from now, this has changed history. We're going to sit back and we're going to talk about this, what's happened here. And anybody that's out there that's viewing right now, man, if you have me on Facebook, if you have me on Instagram, wherever you have me at, man, if you got your head in a slump or something and you're not feeling up to par, man, drop me a message. Let's shoot the shit. Let's talk about it. Because at the end of the day, does it suck being indoors all the time? Absolutely it does. But we understand that we're doing this for the better of not just ourselves and our families, but hell, for the better of humanity. This is something that is very, very serious and needs to be taken and addressed as such. What? Oh, yeah, she is on here. Hey, Mama, how are you? Yeah, Cole, let me thank you for pointing that out, brother. But yes, for the better sake of humanity, guys, it's important that we stay indoors, personal hygiene, personal space. Like me, honestly, I love the personal space, the 6 feet, because I am quick to tell somebody, get the fuck away from me, like back up. I don't want people around like all in my space anyway. I want to be where I'm at. I want you to be over there. If I can touch you, you're too damn close. And that's even before this coronavirus deal. If I don't know you, I don't want to be that close to you. Brian Shepard. Good deal, brother. You got that new Batman lipo mod coming. Hell yeah. Chris Chapman, the luckiest son of a bitch, got a horseshoe hanging out of his ass and shit 4-leaf clovers right there, my fellow Texan. Chris Chapman. Chris Lopez. What's good, brother? What's good? Cool image. I'm paying attention to you. I read it right now, you asshole. Yeah, Sean Flanagan. The sooner everybody realizes that, the better off we'll be. You know, it's all incoming, outgoing mail for me. I've been doing the mail from home deal. It's like where I mail it from the house and just drop it off at the mailbox. Dude, that shit's been amazing. Hey, you minor talking about my eyebrows? What's wrong with my eyebrows, punk? You mad because you driving forward? You ain't that straight, are you? Yeah, man, but it's been really, really weird being indoors all the time. And I'm sure the stress on our significant others has been through the roof. I know mine's probably ready to kill me. You guys only get to see me for like an hour every week. She has put up with my ass all day, every day. Chappie said, keep it up. Yeah. Mama, I'm glad to see you here right now, Mama. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you're doing better. Don't be having no visitors over right now. You know, keep it. Don't go nowhere either. Stay your ass at home. It's okay. It's not necessary to get out and be out and about. Dave Saytech, what's good, brother? Been a while. But again, anybody out there, man, if you're going through it, if you just need something to change the monotony of it, the everyday life, the Discord, we have a Discord, man. Hop over in our Discord and visit with some of the guys in there. My apologies to most of the guys out there. I haven't been in there much lately. It's been really odd times, but I'm going to really make a good effort to get back in, be on my Discord, interact with my Patreons a little bit. Got some really good news out of China coming back this way. That's all I can say. Watching this live goon, watching this goon. I'm not a goon, I'm a goblin. Man, but in this time right now, honestly, man, I've been working really hard on designing aspects, you know, making note of ideas and trying to get some ideas to fruition and capitalizing on this downtime the best that I can. You know, discussing some agreements with China to further the hashtag Mr.JustRight1 as a brand and when it comes to your vape hardware. So really, really working hard on that. It's something I'm very proud of. Discussed it with the missus the other night. It was kind of come out of the blue. I expected something like it, but not to the degree in which they're talking. So just stay tuned. And I can tell you that it's very, very rewarding. It's very reassuring, especially in these times that we're in right now, to have such positive news come about. It's something that I'm very, very proud of, and to see come to fruition is like, man, it's happening. It's happening, and that's very, very important to me. Hopefully, you guys. I know most of you guys will, you know, be along for the ride because you're here now. But again, I want to reiterate, like, don't do this alone, man. We got social media. I found out on FaceTime. This is a Hot Rod's phone, but my iPhone 2 don't do it. But if you have one of them newer iPhones, like the 7s and the 8s and stuff, that they'll you can have up to 36 people on a FaceTime call. 36 people. I may issue that challenge too, that we have 36 people on a FaceTime call where everybody can see each other and talk, shoot the shit. That's really good. Shout out to E and B. Those guys over there, man, they're something else. They have an Instagram of E and B team members, so to speak. I know Thesis is on there. There's a couple others that are on there. But they they're constantly interacting on Instagram, messaging back and forth and videos and voice messages. I think it's really, really cool that they're doing that. Just trying to break up the monotony of every day, what's going on, and just trying to do something different. Dave Satek says, I need to create a mesh vape mask. Oh, man. Oh, Coil Image is a designer now, or a copier. Coil Image. Guys, I want to give a shout out to Coil Image because he's working on some projects right now, billet box panels and little mod pieces, atomizer caps. But what I respect the most about Coil Image is the fact that he doesn't just think about something. He'll think about something, he'll lay it out, he'll research it, he'll plan it, and he'll pursue it. Like he's one that puts his money where his mouth is, you know, and he pursues things and he dives all into something to get the very best result and to do something himself. And that's something I've always respected about him, whether it be hand making coils, some really, really good coils, which I've never had. But that lucky horseshoe in his ass, 4-leaf clover shitting guy, old Chapman, I don't know, he's had his coils, and he said his coils are really good. His e-liquids, I don't know, I've never had his e-liquids, but I'm sure that a horseshoe in his ass, 4-leaf clover shitting guy, Chappie, I'm sure he's had his e-liquid, and I bet he'll attest that it's also very good as well. And now he's moving into making his own little mods and mod accessories and atomizer accessories. I respect the hell out of that, man. I always have and always will. So shout out to your Coil Image, man. Good bit, good bit. King Tot, where the fuck you been, man? Dude, it seems like it's been fucking forever. I know I see you on Facebook every now and then, and out of the blue on the Chinese mass do, you know, you dropped a little coin on that. Much respect, but good to see you here, man. Good to see you here. Never the liquid, coils all right. Jimmy's a jack of all trades. Yeah, he is. I figure out $20 to get you with Jimmy too. Lots and lots of lunch money. And he's a butcher too. If you want some really good select cuts or need to know something about meat or the proper way to cook something, he's a damn good butcher and a damn good chef. Yeah, good to see you too, King Top, man. Damn good to see you. That guy right there, man, he's pulled through for me in the clutch many a times. You know, I remember he done a little Just Right thing for me where he took the Just Right stamp and did it like a whole bunch of times, like all over a little section so I could use it, have it vectored for something. Much respect, much respect. Yes, I'm the best butcher and the ultimate chef, and he's a great bullshitter too. Don't let him fool you. Man, don't know what everybody else out there is vaping. I'm vaping on my Topside Light Profile 1.5. Inside of this, I do have the brown sugar. Let me grab it. That brown sugar. Focus on that, not me. Bam. That custard. I'm not kidding you, man. This shit right here, I have gone through this. This stuff is amazing. That's in this one. Got this kick-ass Topside. Shout out to Dark Side Vapors over in the UK. Hooked me up with my very own custom. It's dirty as hell because I've been using it. Topside OG with a high polish finish on it. Love the hell out of that up top. You know, rocking that Axial Pro. Those guys right there, guys. If you're going to buy an RDA right now, the RDA is for you to buy right now. I'm going to say hands down is going to be the Axial Pro, an RDA for vaping, and a Profile 1.5. I don't give a fuck what order you go out there and buy them in, but make sure you have those three in your lineup if possible. All of them are bangers. But inside of this one, I'm rocking an old school classic, man. I ain't had these guys in a while. So we can get that pulled up there. King's Crest, Don Juan. Can't go wrong with the King's Crest lineup. Them guys have been around for a good bit. I remember their very, very first show in Vape Summit, Houston, Hot Summer Nights. It was like 2014, maybe 2015. Their very, very first show, the very first booth. Went in there. It was the very first booth I stopped at and tried their e-liquids, man. All of them were bangers. I said, look, I'm going to rock around this show, try everything else. When I get back, you know, I'll try you guys, you know, nothing else catches my attention, I'll pick some up from you guys. Sure as shit, we went through that entire show, tried hundreds of juices, ended up right back at King's Crest Boo, picked up their entire lineup and been supporter ever since. Mad love to those guys over there. Then I have the Mono SQ. Let's see if we can get that up there. Bam. Gear up top. Drip tip. Many of y'all may not know this, but I guess you should know because it's signature tips. But the drip tip, this is a 510 drip tip. Also works on your billet box. I use it on my billet box all the time. But it has this little sleeve you can pull off. Let's see if I can get that to focus. And you can put it back on there. And you can change it out with whichever ones you please. I really, really like that drip tip right there. That style of drip tip is amazing. And it doesn't fit loose. I also have this in a Teflon tip that's really, really badass. But inside of this one, I also have the brown sugar. And it is cookie. Come on, focus. Not on me. Focus on the fucking e-liquid. Bam. Brown sugar cookie. Good shit right there as well. I love this one. I wish it had more chocolate in it, though. I really, really do. I think that'd be amazing. But the aroma that I get off of the cookie, like the palate is very filling on the cookie dough, a baked cookie. The brown sugar is real prominent, really dominant in it. But the aroma that it leaves behind, like even after I stop vaping it for a bit, walk off, go take care of something, and come back, I can still smell like somebody's baking cookies. I'm like, damn, man, you making cookies? Makes myself hungry. That's probably why I'm gaining some damn weight too. I've been looking in the cabinet, looking for something to eat. I'm grabbing some cookies, knowing that Kimberly ain't make me no damn cookies. But go to the cabinet thinking she may have made me some cookies. Josh Harper, what's good, man? Damn good to see you in here as well, man. It's been a minute. Oh, EMB, shout out to you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys 100%. I do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, the brown sugar line, I'm not kidding. That custard, though, man, that one right there, guys. If you're going to try any of them, try that one right there, the custard. I don't even know what the fuck a custard's supposed to taste like, but I'll tell you this e-liquid right here is like liquid gold. I rock these shit out of that one. It's my go-to. It's my go-to setup, and that's what I'm rocking right now. It's not a coil killer. Everybody always talks about sweet juices being coil killers, man. If you got a problem killing your coils, go to mesh. You want to kill your coils. I got the chill mesh inside the 1.5, 78 watts. It gets the job done for me. Plenty of flavor, plenty of vapor. If you want something a little more rowdier, go with your Axial Pro. You rock that. You can rock it in parallel or series. Both of them bangers. Don't know what else I'm working on right now, guys. I wish that, again, I haven't forgot about it. Talking to some people. We're going to get it knocked out. We're going to do a Just Right e-liquid. 2 bottles, 60 mils. You can blend the flavors together and vape it, or you can vape them independently and vape it. And I think that's going to be a really nice addition to the brand. I told you guys during this downtime, I've been knee-deep making sure that I get to give you guys the very best that I have. You know, I understand that this downtime is not going to last for forever. My 1-year vacation will come to an end. And I'm going to have to get back to the daily grind of doing what I've been known for doing, and that's making it happen. But in this downtime that we have, in this quarantine time or shelter-in-place time that we have, I'm doing everything in my powers to ensure that I'm laying the footwork out so that when this downtime passes, I still have product to release to you guys and still have things to release to y'all. Because it's going to be odd for me to get back into the working routine every day. You know, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to that challenge. I'm looking forward to being part of something that's bigger than myself. We're facing Flavor Band still, New York. Can you believe that? That asshole Como. And you know what pisses me off more than anything? They put this prick on the news every day to talk about the severity of this virus that we have. And man, how do you expect the American people to take you seriously and listen to what you have to say and take it for face value that you're being honest when just a few months ago you were lying through your fucking teeth about the harms and dangers of vaping and such? Like, how can you ever expect the American people to believe you? It just doesn't make sense. I tell the wife every time that some bitch is on, I change the channel. I don't want to hear nothing he has to say. He doesn't entertain me. I don't give a shit if he has his nipples pierced or not. Whatever, he's something's off about that guy. He's weird. And I'm not one to typically judge somebody, but he's an asshole and he's a liar and he's a crook. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry for your luck. You can unsubscribe, unfollow. You don't have to watch. But at the end of the day, that guy does not have the American people. He does not have New York citizens in best interest at heart. He does not. His whole thing has always been a money-driven motive. And when somebody's motivated by money, that means that he's addicted to the world's most notorious drug, the most addicting drug ever known to mankind. He's addicted to it. That's money. We can sit here and we can argue all day back and forth, but at the end of the day, I'm telling you, he is addicted to the most addictive, notorious drug known to mankind, and that is money. That's all he does. Everything he does is driven by money, 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 money. He's a drug addict. No, he ain't even a wannabe mobster, man, because mobsters understood you had to mind your tongue and mind what you said because you had to be held accountable for what you said. He's reckless in his actions and his behavior is surely reckless. People always want to say, "Oh, well, mobsters are reckless." Mobsters, no, mobsters were methodical in the way that they moved. They did things and they did things with purpose, and they minded their tongue, and they understood that what they said they had to be able to stand on and be held accountable for. That's something that's lost in not just in Como, but in the majority of American politicians. They don't speak for what they feel or what they think or or something they believe in. They only speak on money, 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 money. Yeah, money drove the mob. That's what also broke down the mob. The mob became addicted to the most addicting drug known to man, and that is money as well. Nothing comes good of anybody that's ever driven or motivated by money. Money's a nice thing to have. It's a good. It's needed to keep the lights on, keep the family fed, keep the house notes paid for, car notes paid for. But at the end of the day, if that's the only reason why they're doing it, they've lost sight of what they're supposed to be doing. I don't do what I do for the money. I do what I do for the family, to provide for them, to ensure that they're taken care of. The money is just a plus side to it. It's what makes things go around. But it's not what makes me. I remember days of being hungry and cold and homeless and shit. I have no problem going back to that again. Why? Because I know my way up. I've already been to the top, down to the bottom, back to the top, back down to the bottom, and back up again. I'm on my way back now. Yeah, money pays the bills. It is not the most important thing in life. If you lose money, you can make more money. You lose the loved one, you can't make more loved ones. You can make more little ones, but you can't rebuild that little one. Somebody's gone, you can't replace them. Diggy, hello, Mr.JustRight. Hello, Diggy. How are you? Hope you're well. Doing good. Real well. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you being here this evening. Heard you found yourself a billet box the other day. Congratulations. Yeah, and you got a good one too, Diggy. You did. You got that FU with that ultimate button. Pretty dope. Yeah, man, you can make money, you can lose money, you can spend money, you can blow money, you can print more money. but you can't print time. You can't regain the time that you have and the time that you spend with the loved ones. You can't uh, you can't replicate that either. Like that, it's something that there's nothing that's ever going to be able to replace it, and you don't realize it until it's done, until it's past. Thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out with me on the 15-year anniversary of my brother's passing. It was a very, very odd day for me, and my apologies if I wasn't all there with you guys, or if I seemed short or out of tune or whatever it may be. Know that my mind's been real heavy, as has my heart. But knowing that you guys were here hanging out with me, man, made it all the better. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you out there. Did the mental health awareness deal with the UK guys last week as well. Jumped on there for a little bit. It was late, early in the morning, something like that, midnight when I got on, 1 o'clock in the morning. Those guys are out of their damn minds over there. They ate this thing called a century egg. It's like an egg that's been like chemically fermented to equivalents of 100 years or something. Yeah. Just watching those guys muscle that down was enough for me. Like that's not for me at all. I can tell you that right now. Cloud chasing, what's good? What's good? Fogging out with the Batman. I fucking love you too, man. You know that. Yeah, that goes without saying right there, man. But yeah, guys, a lot of things have been put into place. A lot of work's been being done on my end. If I've seemed distant or I haven't been very attentive to the different social media outlets, please know it is nothing personal, man. It's just work. It's me doing the footwork now. And that's when I think other manufacturers and designers should be a little bit on edge whenever Mr. Just Right one been awfully fucking quiet. What the hell's he been up to? I've been working, motherfucker. That's what I've been doing. I've been working. So when that comes to light, I'm going to be very, very pleased to be able to bring those to the market. Even with everything that's going on in the world right now, we do have some very, very powerful manufacturers out of China that are ensuring that the globe, the world, continues to have new products hit the market for vapors to enjoy, to have as an option to get. You may not be able to go down to any local brick and mortar and pick it up, but you can. There's online places. If you're in a state that restricts it, reach out to somebody. We'll make sure we get it to you. Batman has entered the building. Batman. Fucking love that, guys. Good shit. Good shit. Cole Women says so that means it's a mod. Maybe both. Maybe multiple. Who am I to say? I don't know. I don't know anything, man. I just all been busy as hell. But again, thank you guys for joining me for the journey. I appreciate the hell out of it. Want to reiterate a couple things. Reach out. If you feel you're going stir crazy, you need to change your routine, hit up somebody, man. That's what we're here for. We're a community. We have to stand together with each other. And the damned of it is, this community that we're all a part of in this vape community, this is nothing new to us. We've always had social distancing between us. It's not like most of us live right next door to each other and go hang out with each other, vaping with Twisted 420. Shit, I ain't even seen that asshole since this whole lockdown shit's happened. But we've always had that social distancing with us. How did this community get built? It got built over social media. Social distancing, social media is social distancing. So why people throw a fit about it now, it makes no damn sense to me. But our entire community was built on that. Granted, we did have our expos, a few times a year that we could all get to go hang out at and do and see. Cool, great. But even before that, it was the core root values when I started vaping was we had to get online and get on Reddit forums and find other vapors via that way, because in town there wasn't very many other vapors. There was very, very few. So now we're doing the social distancing thing that they say classifies social distancing. But the reality of it is, it's just been everyday life, minus the fact that you got to give me my damn space. You can't be in my face. You got to give me 6 feet. Hell, I'd be happier with 20. I can talk really loud if I need to. I can talk to you from way over there. You don't have to be right here in front of me to say something to me. You can say it from over there. Probably best that you say it to me from way over there, truth be told, and vice versa. But that's what this community was built on, and that's how this community was founded and built. So we should be, excelling at this. We should be leading at this and letting people and setting the example and letting people know that, hey, it's okay to not get out of your house and just shelter in place for a little bit. It's all right, and to really dive into the social media world and to continue to build those relationships, and not just build them, but strengthen those relationships as well. I firmly believe that. I hope you guys do too, and if not, hopefully I enlightened you to a little bit to remind you that, man, that's how we were built. This shouldn't be nothing new to many of us. That's really sweet of you guys out there chit-chatting with mama. I appreciate that. You guys are better than me because I don't talk to my mama that much as it is. I'm glad she's here right now. She knows I love her to death. But we have a very good understanding on how I deal with things, how I associate with things. And I do better social distancing enough already. Social distancing is like everyday life for me. Like, I don't have a bunch of family members around. I got my sons, my woman, in my house, and that's it. Like, I'm shit buddies, they drive by, blow the horn, I chunk the deuce at them, whatever, cool. But I'm just not one of them have people over at the house all the time, crazy. Man, I've already been there, already done that. I'm past that. I'm like in the senior citizen phase now. I want to be an old man, sitting in my rocking chair, doing my own damn thing. So what's some pastimes you guys have been doing to get through this? Like, what are some things y'all been doing in your household or to get by with things? How's everybody been doing? Anybody out there really struggling with this right now in chat? Any of you guys out there just really having a hard time with this? Diggy said he started playing the ukulele. Very good. Very good. B said struggling with my diet. I struggle with my diet every damn day. Thank you, Cole Image, $19.99 for Mama. A flower or two. Keep your hands off. Well, dude. Josh Harper says he cannot sleep and he suffers from serious anxiety. It's hell. Man, Josh, that's something I can sympathize with you on, and that is the no sleep. My mind's a terrible thing. Like, it doesn't ever stop. My mind is always going, man. It's wide open at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's wide open 4 o'clock in the morning. Same in the afternoon. All day long, it's just, I'm always thinking. My mind never stops thinking, man. And when it comes to sleep, I know your situation, Josh, and we differ here, but the physical activity, doing something physical to make myself tired, where my mind's not tired, but my body is tired, where my body becomes in a resting state. I can be sound asleep and my mind's still going 90 to nothing because I'll wake up and I'll write something down on my notebook, legal pad. I've done that for years. Now it's an iPhone, but I wake up and I open up notes, I type something down real quick, go back to bed. I'm not really asleep. I'm just resting my body. And continue to try to stay physically active, to exercise your mind as well. Crossword puzzles, things like that. Trivia, rapid trivia, not just something where you slowly think, but something where you think rapidly, where you think quick. It tires your mind as well. It makes your mind tired. And therefore, your body becomes tired afterwards because your mind is telling your body that, hey, if your mind's tired, it's going to tell your body you're tired. Therefore, you can try to maybe get some rest in the evening time. Vaping Monitor said Red Bull sure doesn't help, silly. It does not help. It does not. ID Voca says he's been polishing mechs and dieting. Cole Image, I'm learning everything I can on 3D printing. Very, very good. Very good. Diggy says lots of Zoom, lots of YouTube. David Spain, homeschooling my son, quarantine my stepmom, can't sleep as well. Again, David Sappin, Same thing, brother. Just try to think rapid thoughts on, exercises, whether it be crosswords or trivial things on your phone or whatever you can do to try to tire your mind. Same thing applies there. And again, I have a lot of sympathize with you a lot on the lack of sleep or not being able to sleep well at night. Mama says this day she goes like 3 days without sleeping because of chemo. Sean Flanagan says baking and cooking. Good deal. Good deal. It's been bad. So where'd she go? I just seen EMB. It's been bad, but I have been doing sit-ups in between snacks. Hey, that's the only thing you can do is continue to try. Sleep hurts my mind and body for some crazy reason, or fatigues me, should I say? Yeah, I can see that too. Kimberly, right now when she's resting, it's like she gets up, she's like, I don't know why I'm so tired. What hell, you just slept all night. That's why you're tired. Much love, David. Much love. I appreciate that. I do. My 9-year-old son, like I said, we taped off on the floor here in the house. It's like looks like a ladder on the floor of such. Like if you're gonna do hopscotch, but without the big arch at the top or whatever at the start of it, and not dual, just one single row of squares. And he does these little feet things where he goes back. You see the football players do them all the time and shit. And he has these little bunny hops he does, and me, him, and Kim will be doing circles in the living room, running through them little squares, following the leader. It helps. It's something to do in our house. It keeps him busy, keeps him active. We did. I'll show you another one we did. These were a lot of damn fun. And we had a lot of fun doing these. They're just paper plates, paper towel rolls, taped up. We had a little balloon, and we're like hitting a balloon with these little paddles, and kind of like a little game of such. And if I hit it somebody and they let the balloon hit the ground, they were out, and then the other two play, and then so the last one's there. And just, something to keep us busy, something to keep us active. Bob Shorkey says he's working from home now, all the same, but without doing the dang commute. Respect, respect. Oh, heck yeah, we got PE for Monday. Thank you, bud. You better buy you flowers when the lockdown's over. Cool image. My mama doesn't live close to me, but what I can do is I can. I don't even think. Are flowers like a necessity right now? Is that like essential? Is like floral businesses considered essential? Either way, I'll make sure my mama does get some flowers back home. If Bob Shorkey spoke on working from home, I know the American employment 700,000 people filed for unemployment or temporary unemployment benefits over this last week. It's the greatest number we've had since like a 10-year high we were on for employment rates. It's the worst we've been in a long time. And let's be sympathetic with those out there as well, that are on that number, 700,000 people without work. Whereas we're complaining about having to stay indoors or working from home, or some people like working from home. There's people out there that have been told not to come back. And I know that's really affected a really good friend of mine. I'm going to give him a special shout out, Mr. Christian with Mist. Brother, man, I'm thinking about you and praying for the well-being of you and yours. I know all things in due time, this will pass, and you'll be back to work again. And I hope it's sooner than later. I really do, brother. Chris Chapman says, I just drive around aimlessly. Well, shit, all the luck you have, you're bound to run into something lucky. Where are you tonight? Says Minor to Chappie. Chappie says East Texas. Well, come on with it, Cletus. Remember, got to practice social distancing. You got to give me 20 feet, sir. Although I wish some of your damn luck would rub off on me. I might need it to. Lucky bastard. It's nice I take the time to talk with people like this. Hell, it's nice that you guys come hang out with me, man. There's plenty of other shows on. There's other shows on right now. There's shows before, after, during that other people could go take and be a part of. But man, the fact that people come here is something I really appreciate. The numbers may not be great, but that doesn't matter to me. They don't have to be big numbers. The fact that people show up every week is something I'm very proud of and something that I value a lot. We can't just go hang out with each other or whatever right now. So the best we can do is this, and we'll do it. Oh, Mount Vernon. Diggy says you're good people. Man, you're good people. I appreciate you. I'm just a small fry in a big basket of fries. Yes, it is nice to wind down. E and B. I can't say after work because when does work really stop and end? And I know I say I've been on a year-long vacation, guys, but know that I'm constantly doing something with somebody, whether it be advising, consulting, uh, creating. That is something that never really stops, and I guess that's a good thing for me to be doing. To get the social networking done and help other people. Something I'm really proud to be a part of. Virtual vape show. It'd be interesting. Your side hustle. You're still hustling. Yeah. I try to hustle every day. That's something that never changes. I made that post the other day, that no matter plan A, B, C, all the way to motherfucking Z, there's one thing that never changes, and that's always a hustle in me, man. It's gonna stay there. It's something it's always been. I'm glad to have it. Some people don't have that in them. They don't have that motivation and that drive to want to. And I asked this the other day. Why settle for failure when success is free? And had some interesting feedback on that. Coil Image, was telling me, like failing may fail so that others can succeed. But again, failure is just a mind state as is success. Success is just a mind state. Like what you consider successful, I may not consider successful, and vice versa. Like what really defines success? To me, I think success should be replaced with happiness. What makes you happy? Have you found your internal happiness? What makes you happy inside? What makes me happy inside is giving to others. Whenever I die, man, I'm going to die with absolutely nothing because I've given it all away. Or I've ensured that others are doing good whenever I'm really not even doing that great. But I'm ensuring that others are doing good or have that perception that they're doing good, Always spewing that Mr.JustRight one knowledge. It's just a mindset that I like to share with you guys. And if any of you resonate with this or take any of it from anything from this in a positive way or even negatively, you still took something from it. And that's important, man. There's going to come a point in time where tomorrow comes and either you don't or I don't. But if it's me first, which I hope it is, and every one of you, that it's something that can resonate with you long after I'm gone. Like everything that I do now, I really can relate back to my granddaddy or the great guys that I had to work with: Wayne Thompson, Jimmy Nelson, Chris Shadburn, Josh Romero, just some really, really Dustin Aguilar, really, really good guys I had the pleasure of working with, Doug Davis, and just. It may not have made sense at the time, but always afterwards. It's now that I'm sitting here and doing things, and I always remember little things that they said or things that we've done, and they resonate really heavy with me. And I don't speak to those guys every day. You know, my granddaddy, I don't have the option of speaking with, but him more than the rest really impacts my day to day life. Things he said, man, I still catch myself just now picking up and understanding what he meant by that, you know, and that's something I hold great value in. Uh, Again, if tomorrow ever comes and I don't, I hope you can go back and find some of these videos and they resonate with you and, you know, maybe help you out through your day to day struggle or even your day to day success or your how to deal with life in general, you know, whether it be your fame or your misfortunes or your fortunes or whatever it may be. I hope, you know, you find something that resonates with me within you. Uh, I can't sit there and tell you I've always been a fucking saint because I haven't. I'm still not a saint. I try my very best every day to be better than I was the day before, but that's not always the case. I'm not always better, but I try every day, and that's all I can do is try. If I don't, I ain't gonna say I fail at it every day, but if I don't meet my personal goal or whatever I set myself, I'll learn from it. You know, what did I do today that did not help me along the way, or how can I do better tomorrow than I was today? So it's just constantly a learning process and something I hope to be better at. Hope it resonates with you guys. Hope you guys are doing good out there. Know that, man, this virus thing that we have right now, the social distancing, this shelter in place, quarantine, you know, mandated lockdowns in some places. Do it voluntarily, guys. Don't do things unnecessarily. This is something that is very, very serious. This is a life and death matter. That it's not about being a good American and showing the rest of the countries how we got over this or how quickly we dealt with this or doing it for our own family's sake or our loved ones' sake. They're very important people, but it's for the better of humanity that we do our part to ensure they can narrow this down. The post I've seen some people saying, mind your own damn business. Who are you to tell me to stay in my house and this and that? And they don't understand the reason why they want you to shelter in place and to be in your home is to give them time to find a cure for this and to really isolate this and pinpoint the hot spots and address and focus the medical staff in those areas where they're needed. To go out unnecessarily is selfish of you. And it's you're not just impacting your local jurisdiction or your state jurisdiction or your immediate family, you're impacting the entire globe, humanity in general. Uh, really, really think about that whenever you're going to get up to go do something. Just let that weigh on your mind a little bit. Is it really that important? Is it really that big of a necessity to put all of humanity in jeopardy? Not very many things are. Tracy Thompson, what's good? Bad Scientist 304. It's about being a responsible adult and caring for others by staying home, says ID Voca. Absolutely. Absolutely. Call him and you asshole. You gonna tell me to buy my mama flowers and tell her it must have been excruciating to have a kid with a head like mine. Ass. Yes. Staying home for the safety of my kids and family. It's imperative. We have to do that. And do it for others. Don't do it just for yourself. Do it for others. Do it for humanity. It'll pass, guys. Promise it will. Uh, Maybe this next week, maybe do a live during the middle of the week. Maybe so you get the missus on over here. Let her hang out. Let y'all see our banter back and forth, man. Because I'm telling you, it's like this. It's always all day, all day long. And it takes a special somebody to understand my screwed up sense of humor or my ways of thinking, my hard headedness, my stubbornness at times. Takes a very, very special somebody. I'm fully aware of that. I'm not sure that she is, but I'm fully aware of that. Shadow Link. It's good, brother man. How are you? I hope you're well. Hope you're well. Getting crazy out here last week, says Mad Scientist. Yeah, it is here too. And Tyler, Texas is like a medical hub. We have a lot of hospitals here. Our Governor Greg Abbott, just announced that Tyler, Texas is prepared to take 1,300 positive COVID-19 cases, patients on. And that's a scary thought, guys, because that's bringing 1,300 positive tested people to the city that I reside in. That's scary for me. And not that we have those facilities, we have the manpower to do it, to take care of them and tend to them. That's fine. I'm glad we can do so. But that's where the importance of not going out and practicing your social distancing and staying in place and sheltering in place becomes really imperative, because those hotspots we talked about and the abilities of that, those 1,300 people, when those 1,300 beds are gone, dude, there's no more. That's 1,300 and that's it. We can't do no more than that. Then where they go? And of those 1,300, the survival rate of that 1,300 was minimal. That was actually a question that was asked. What is the expected survival rate of the 1,300 patients we're expecting? It's minimal, like really, really minimal. There is a recovery rate. I know nobody wants to talk about the recovery rates. And I see a lot of posts talking about that. How come people are not talking about the recovery rates? How come people are not talking about the recovery rates? How come people are not talking about the recovery rates? Because the reason why people don't talk about the recovery rates as much is because that's not the part that's impactful. That's not the part that's destroying humanity. Every death that's lost, that person can never be replaced. No matter if for every one lost, the 50 that survive is not going to replace the one that's lost. If one was lost and 10,000 survived, that still doesn't replace the one lost. That one loss is the most devastating thing that's happened to somebody, some family, somewhere. Not those that have recovered and how great they're doing. So that's why those numbers always get thrown out there. That's why the recovery rate doesn't get as much attention as the death rate does. I know we have other diseases and other ailments and illnesses that take more people every day than this has, but it's the rate in which they increase over a long spread time. You look at the charts over a long period of time, not a short period, but a long period of time. That's where those numbers have grown. And if you were to do the comparative charts as to the growth rate of this virus versus other ailments and diseases that kill people every day over the long period of time, this would surpass those. And I think that's important, that people really understand why that number isn't broadcasted or celebrated as much as people think it should be. Because if you laid them down on the same chart per chart and did the same amount of growth over the same amount of time, this virus could potentially would kill more people than anything we've ever seen on the face of this earth. So it's very, very important for us to realize that, and to not get upset with the medical staff or those that are reporting the numbers. The news and media, as much as, as vapors, as we've had the back and forth with media and so forth, take those numbers and heed warning with them. Even if they may be ballooned a little bit or fabricated a little bit, still, is it worth the risk? Is it worth gambling with? Do you want to play Russian roulette, where there's 4 in and 1 out on a 5-round clip? No, you don't. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you do everything in your powers to ensure the safety and well-being of you and yours. And when you do that, and when you're selfish enough to ensure the safety and well-being of you and yours, you're also doing so much more for society, whether you think about it or not, or if it's even something that crosses your mind. The fact that you're taking care of you and yours, you have now intentionally or unintentionally even taken care of others. Damn, mad scientist said we keep rising in numbers. Town countries, the second highest in the state. Been labeled a hotspot now. Governor prepared to ramp up National Guard presence. That's scary, man. That's scary. The problem is 1,300 people. How many will they make it jump to involuntarily? Exactly. We always think, oh, we got this under control. We got this under control. Shit gets out of hand. Cole Image, don't let mama lie to you. I wasn't a good kid, man. I was not a good kid. Don't, mama, you ain't got to lie to these folks. I wasn't a good kid. It's all right. I accept all my downfalls and wrongdoings in my upbringing because hell, I'm here today. I'm good with all of it. I know she never said I was a good kid. She said she loved it as a kid, but I know she's fibbing. Guys, thank y'all so much for coming to hang out with me tonight. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to do what I always do at this time. One, I'm going to thank you guys for being here. Two, I'm going to ask you to stay the fuck home because that's what you're supposed to be doing. Three, I'm going to ask you to stay safe, stay healthy. And I'm going to remind you that if at any given point in time you have ever felt like you are not a somebody, I want you to know you are a somebody in somebody's eyes, and that somebody is me. I absolutely love each and every one of you out there. You stay focused, you stay blessed, you stay safe, you stay healthy. Mr. Just Right One is checking in and checking out at the same damn time. I'm out.